sense of the word. A Tiger legend representing Jackson State University. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Shawn Gregory.
Shawn Gregory enters the SWAC Hall of Fame as one of Jackson State's most dynamic field generals. A quarterback whose leadership, precision, and competitive spirit defined an era of Tiger dominance. A three-time SWAC champion, 1987, 1988, and 1990, and four-time Division I AA playoff participant. He earned roles as team co-captain, 1989, and team captain, 1990. Gregory's accolades are remarkable. An MVP of the 1988 BET Classic, 1989 Circle City Classic, the 1990 Southern Heritage Classic, and MVP versus Southern in 1990. He earned first-team All-SWAC honors in 1990, set a single-season record with 2,870 passing yards, and a single-game record with 462 yards on just 14 completions. After college, he pursued coaching with NFL minority internships and roles at Morris Brown, Tuskegee, Mississippi Valley State, and Samford. A 2009 JSU Sports Hall of Fame inductee, an all-century team member. He remains a proud lifetime member of the SWAC and JSU Alumni Associations. A champion, a record setter, and a Tiger legend, Mr. Shawn Gregory.
Well, I tell you, it's truly an honor, just to be mentioned in SWAC Hall of Fame itself with a lot of greats, a lot of legends I grew up watching. It's just an amazing honor. I thank the committee, I thank Dr. Charles McClendon, the commissioner, to just nominate me as a inductee. And I really appreciate the committee for following through and embracing me with this opportunity to be a 2025 nominee for this year's SWAC Hall of Fame. I really appreciate that. Just humbled by it all. Well, I tell you, W.C. Gordon was a huge factor of that. He always talked to us about adversity. And some of the things I teach kids today, you're gonna go through adversity. When we was in school, losing games that we should have won, and also when I got hurt my junior year, blew my knee out in Montana. So I had a lot of records my junior year, broke a lot of records my junior year, but I had to rehab my knee in order to perform that next year, and I wasn't sure whether I was gonna be back in time for the season. But hard work, adversity, what he taught us paid off. I was ready to go during the spring. Actually during the fall that year. And, I ended up breaking a lot of my records my senior year that I've already had my junior year. So when you're breaking your own records as a senior, you're doing some great things. So I really appreciate those lessons that W.C. Gordon instilled in me, as well as some other coaches, Cardell Jones, Robert Hughes, and also Carl Roberts. Those guys really teach you some life lessons that you can carry on for the rest of your life.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Adams. Appreciate it.
I like those Jordans. What size are those?
Never tell a man your shoe size. When you teach in school, you tell somebody your shoe size, they're going to be going out your locker. So we teach our kids a lot of things, but yeah, I think, yeah.
When you first heard you were going to be inducted into this class, what's the first thing that went through your mind?
It's just a lot of hard work, but at the same time, a lot of appreciation. A lot of people that we had to sit back and just reflect on. Scouts coming to your home, and Coach Robert Hughes coming in, making sure that they don't steer you away from Jackson State, because we got a 3 generations of Jackson State. You all know that, but of course my wife, family from Jackson State.
My side of the family from Jackson State, so it's just Jackson all around. And being recruited by a lot of schools in the state of Mississippi and Alabama, Jackson State made sure they took the hard dip to make sure that we were staying at home. Because Robert Hughes being my cousin, his family from Jackson State, which is my cousin, so we wanted to make it a Jackson State family. So I was highly recruited coming out of, at the time it was called Blue Chip. I was highly recruited coming out of high school at quarterback position, but I made that decision to stay at Jackson State. My brother was going to Jackson State at the time, so it was an easy decision, but at the same time, it could be real hard. And now, with that NIL, it could be even more harder, back in those days. So, yeah.
I was going to ask you, with all of the Jackson State around you and the family everywhere, what was the pressure like for you to perform?
The pressure, there was no pressure, because, back in those days, WC was winning. The team had good spirit. They welcomed you with open arms when you came in as a freshman. So the expectation was there. I think just a matter of fact of you putting in the work, because you can go to college and get lost in the other stuff that's going on. And a lot of guys, they did that. But, you stay the course, you understand your own foundation, the expectation of what your parents instill in you, you'll be a Hall of Famer one day, or something like that. But that's what was the expectation. It was hard to go in to, we had about 15 quarterbacks when I was coming into Jackson State, but it narrowed down to me being in the second. I was redshirt my first year, me being second string. So that came in as redshirt freshman. I knew I had 4 years to go ahead and take the hymns, and we just kept it going.
Well, you kept going, and tonight you got this beautiful jacket on. Congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. Appreciate it.